Hello, my name is Nala Brown, and for my storytelling free video, I want to talk about the current stage that I am in now, which is later adolescence. The later adolescence development stage is the ages between 18 through 24, and I am currently 21, so I am in the middle of this stage of life. So, throughout this video, I want to talk about identity development, my morals and my values, the teachers of my parents, my jobs and careers, and my next step. So I wanted to end off with this because I talked about when I was an infant. I talked about my middle stages of life when I was in middle school. So I felt like this is a nice way to end my videos. So throughout my life, I found, as reflecting on the stage I am in now, I have seen a lot of development in my identity. I've kind of shied away from being that shy, introverted person that wouldn't speak up, who wouldn't go out. And when my first year of college, I was afraid to go out and go to parties, or I was afraid to like ride in the car with people. I kind of had my head on the swivel. I'm a worst case scenario thinker, so it kind of stopped me from taking the next step with making friends and building relationships. And since I'm a junior now, going into a senior in college, I have seen myself blossom. I'm extroverted, and I've always been an extrovert. I always want to talk and want to make friends, but I always had a problem with trusting those friends. But within my identity flourishing, I also realized that I can have my morals and I can have my values. I can have different morals and values than how my parents have taught me and what my parents want me to do, because in the past I have went against my parents' morals and values and their way of thinking, and it had helped me in the long run, but it had kind of made them a little upset. Throughout my identity development, I've realized that I shouldn't listen to what everyone else says or do what everyone else wants me to do, because the decisions that I make in my life impact me and they benefit me. So within doing that and finding my own morals and values, I've started to make my own personal family. In addition to my family that is blood, I have found my own family, and those are my sorority sisters, and those are my friends, and anyone else that I want to put in my life. And I feel like that'll impact my life and make my life better. I want to talk about my parents because throughout my life, my parents have taught me and my sister a lot of life lessons. And a lot of those lessons I did not understand until I came to college and ran into people, and those people had taught me those lessons. As in, like, you know how your parents tell you, don't put your hand on the stove, you'll burn yourself. I really didn't realize that I could burn myself until I put my hand on the stove. And when I say that, I mean making friends and getting close to people who really didn't have my best interests at heart, having to cut off people that I thought was good, but having to cut off people that were taking from me and not giving to me, and that was actually bringing me down instead of lifting me up. People who were using me to lift themselves up and pushing me down and feel better about themselves. And I hate having to cut people off and let people go, but those was one of those hard lessons that I had to learn that my parents taught me. I realized that a lot of lessons that my parents have taught me, it's kind of hard to understand those lessons until you put in those situations and you have to be like, okay, that's what they were telling me. However, the help from my parents have led me to this path, and now I feel like even though I shy away from their traditional thinkings, I still make them proud with how I conduct myself and handle myself. So, for my job, my career, and my next step, I have completed a lot of goals to where I am now. So I've gotten into the social work program, as we all know. And the jobs that I keep over the summer, I am a camp director. So me and my 4-H, my county 4-H, we put together these camps for kids between the ages of 5 and 7 and 8 and 12. And I love doing that because I love children, and what I want to do with my social work degree is to work with child protective services and work with families that have very small children or adolescent children. And I love children. So the jobs that I look for now, I kind of hope that they revolve around the lives of children to give me more experience with how to work and understand young minds. So the next step in my adolescent stage, since I'm 21 now and I'm in the middle of that stage, I am on track to get my bachelor's degree. I have one more year of school left, and then I am going straight into my master's, hopefully. And after I get my master's degree, I want to either stay in North Carolina or move to Charlotte, maybe Greensboro, Raleigh, or Durham, and get me a job working in child protective services or DSS. And that's all I have now for what I want to do with my later adolescent stage. I like to look at the big picture and look onward in my life, but that's all I have for now, all my predictions for now. I don't know what my early adulthood status will have until I get there. But that is all I have for this video, and thank you for listening, and I really enjoyed this class.